Christians are scary. I don't know if you're a Christian or not watching this, but I was a Christian at some point, at least for a big portion of my life. Until recently, that's when I fell out of faith. But they're scary. I know the scary rhetoric is like usually associated with Muslims also. But Christians believe in something very serious that Muslims don't believe in. They believe that if you don't believe in Christianity, you're going to hell. There is no retribution for you. It doesn't matter whether you knew Jesus existed or not. It doesn't matter whether you are misled and didn't follow. Just as long as you don't believe in Jesus, you are going to hell. The Muslims are a bit lenient on this. Apparently, that's what I've read at least. Not every non Muslim will go to hell. If you didn't get exposed to Islam during your entire lifetime, you'll be given a chance to be evaluated based on your character and how you lived as a person in this world. Even if you happen to be a Christian or a Hindu or anything like that, as long as you are a decent human being, it's only Allah who can judge and put you in hell if He wants to, but He can still invite you into heaven even if you're not a Muslim. That's as much as I've read. I'm not a Muslim. I can't speak for them. That brings Christianity into a very serious question. Like, why? Like that, there's a lot of hatred and a lot of judgment that comes from Christians, and you might even think that all Christians are united in this belief. Like they're like, we as Christians will go to heaven, and you as Muslims or Hindus or atheists and pagans will go to hell. But that's not so. They have differences in the denominations. Like I used to attend a Pentecostal church, and the Pentecostal church seems to believe is the right kind of doctrine. First of all, before we even go to the Pentecostal church, let's talk about the two major branches of the Christian faith: the Catholics and the Protestants. The Catholics think they're on the right way, like everything they're doing, and they have things that the Protestants really disagree with, and that makes the Protestants feel like the Catholics are going to hell. I was born into a Protestant family, I would say, so I grew up believing that the Catholics are going to hell. They're drinking alcohol, they're smoking cigarettes, they are worshiping Mary, the mother of Jesus. They believe in purgatory. They have six extra books in their in their Bible. They have a pope who is a living saint on earth or something like that. Like all these characteristics, we're being taught and being fashioned to believe that the Catholics are going to hell. I know people outside Christianity probably thinks Catholics and Protestants all believe in the same thing. They don't. Then we even come to the Protestants themselves. They are so divided. Like there are so many denominations in the Protestant sector. I said I'm a Pentecostal. That's what I had been my entire life. And we believe the Presbyterians are doing the wrong thing. The Lutherans are doing the wrong thing. The Baptists are doing the wrong thing. The Jehovah's Witnesses are doing the wrong thing. We the who are the others? There are so many. The Deliverance Church and all that who believed we were on the right track, and the other denominations were going to hell. Then we would even contrast between churches. Like I was a Pentecostal, and then we would compare uh, our Pentecostal church to other Pentecostal churches. And we'll be like, our specific Pentecostal church, the one at the corner of this street and this avenue, in this plot of land that was bought in 2005, that is the right church for Jesus, and that's the only church that is going to heaven. Just imagine, like our church is the only church that is going to heaven. That small specific church with less than 100 people, we believed that that is the only church that is going to heaven. I know even as a fellow Christians, you might feel that there is a bit of too much prejudice towards other people. You cannot believe. Then even in that church itself, there are some people who are going to hell. It is the only church where people are going to heaven, but not even everyone in that church is going to heaven. It seemed like only the pastor and the assistant pastor are going to heaven in that church. Because everybody else was messing up in one way or another. The children were absolutely going to hell. They were not listening to the sermons they were playing when church was going on. So I wonder, like, Christians are scary. And I know they have been branded as the most peaceful people in this world. But I think what What makes them scared is not what they do, but rather what they condone, what they allow other people to do without questioning, while questioning other people. Like when people commit murders and all that, let's just say like a country, like they belong to a country. Let's use the United States for example. The United States goes and invades a country. Let's say they invaded Iraq or something like that, or let's say they invaded Russia. Who knows? They might decide to do that. Like you don't see the Christians at the front line saying it is not okay to take someone else's life. We are supposed to forgive them. We are supposed to have a friendly conversation with them. And if they don't listen to us, we need to evaluate ourselves. Like we need to find a way to be on the same wavelength. But according to a Christian, these are our enemies. If you're not with us, you're against us. If you're not with us, you're the devil. And there's a very strange Christian belief. I don't know where it came from because it's not in the Bible. I don't think it is. I've read the entire Bible. The Christians are obsessed with killing the devil. And I wonder, if God wanted the devil dead, why didn't he kill him? If Jesus wanted the devil dead, why didn't he kill him? And why do Christians think it's normal to want the devil to be dead? I know that sounds very logical, like something is disturbing you and it's going against your will and it's preventing you from living your best life and going to heaven and everything. So the solution is to kill. But why? Why is God not killing the devil? Doesn't that send a message to you that that's not the right way? And the problem is, no one knows who the devil is. No one has seen the devil. So anyone can be a devil. Like I've seen people on YouTube claiming things like they look at a person like this. I am not going to mention his name. I don't even remember his name actually. But is this YouTuber who is a Christian, and he was showing us that a video of a person and saying this person is has been possessed by demons. This person just happened to have very dark eyes. I don't know whether they had some eye contacts or something like that. I don't know. Some people wear eye contacts that make their eyes look very dark. And you're saying this person is possessed by demons. And if you ask a Christian, if that person dies, that's not something wrong to a Christian. Like death, as long as you're the devil or you're a demon, dying is something normal and something acceptable from a Christian point of view. As long as God instituted it, a Christian might say, God said, kill this demon and your life will be better. And I think coming from a small village, I would say Christianity really got into the brains of everyone and brainwashed, if I may use that term, although that term might be controversial, but I think it brainwashed the brains of the villagers completely. The villagers follow Christianity to the latter. And I heard this when I was growing up, that they were saying that the white people brought us the best thing in this world, and that's Christianity. And then they stopped following it because whatever rhetoric they see online, in the online forums and the TV and everything, clearly shows that white people are drifting away from the traditional Christian beliefs. They are more liberal in the way they see things, the way they perform things. Mostly dressing. Dressing is a major thing in the village. If you don't dress properly, you're an enemy of the village. And they see the dressing pattern in the Christians in the Western world. They're like, these are lost. And they're also not preaching the gospel of doom and everything. You know, that's the gospel that's being preached in the village. The world is coming to an end. The devil is coming to be destroyed by Jesus and God and his angels and everything. We are all going to heaven and leaving everyone here. That's the rhetoric. But I think the Western churches are into the prosperity gospel or the good vibes kind of gospel. There was a time I started going to church for the good vibes, apparently. But they are not so good vibes inside there. I can assure you there is a lot of resentment. There is a lot of unforgiveness. The Bible itself says, do not judge and you will not be judged. Like the Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Like these are not things that are being practiced. We are practicing hatred. We are practicing some religious supremacy, if I may use that term. We think we are the greatest religion in this world. Like we as Christians, I don't want to speak from a Christian point of view, but I've lived as a Christian for so long. I naturally find myself saying like from my Christian point of view. But I'm scared. Like since I lost faith, I'm scared. Like I'm scared to go to my village because I'm like, if I tell people I don't believe in God anymore, what are they going to do? How are they going to see me? They're going to say you went abroad and brought back the devil of the white people into this village. You're not going to accept you here. They might excommunicate me. They might do a mob justice on me because I'm the devil now. They might even kill me, who knows? The most peaceful Christians we call. Apparently they're the most peaceful people, but they're not really peaceful. Because if some non-Christian decided to join in the force and beat me up and I die, they will say the devil died, it's our victory. And they are going to celebrate. The devil died. Who told you the devil needs to die? Who are you to decide that the devil needs to die? I don't know. I don't know how the thinking, that thinking pattern is. We should be fighting against the vices in this world. We should be bringing people together, unity and everything. Because I feel if there is a heaven, and the heaven looks at people's hearts, let us assume we are not looking at people's outward actions. Because you can act, you can be a very good actor, and you can perform a very good performance. Even a moron of the highest order, even a rebel, even the most non-religious person can act like a very good person. An artist, for example, can have very impeccable morals. They can have qualities you want to emulate at any level. They can act in a very desirable manner. But what is going on in their heart? Are they good people from deep within? Do they have love within? Because Jesus really insisted on the principles of love. And love is not about alienating people. It's not about killing those who are wrong. Even Jesus was he was hanging out with the tax collectors. Apparently, tax collectors were bad people at that time. We don't see them that way nowadays, but apparently they were. His his feet were being washed apparently by a prostitute or something like that, or another adulterer who people were trying to stone. And Jesus, like, if you have never seen, throw the first stone. So was he here to? And I think he was hanging out with people, the Pharisees and the Sadducees. I don't know much about it, but he didn't seem like he was alienating people. He even said he's not here for those who believe. He's here for those who don't believe. And this message of everyone is going to hell. I think Jesus said something about everyone who does not believe in him will go to hell. But I kind of question that message. It does not depict the kind of love God uh, would be portraying for us or would like us to emulate. It seems contradictory. But I'm not going to question the Bible or Jesus for today. I'm just going to question the Christianity, the one we are spreading in this world as a positive thing that needs to be spread. But it's filled with hatred. There is so much hatred for one another, hatred for atheists, hatred for pagans, hatred for Muslims, hatred for Hindus, hatred for Buddhists, hatred for fellow Catholics, hatred for fellow Protestants. Just because they belong to the Presbyterian Church, they are not going to heaven. Just because they sing with hymn books, apparently that's a no-no in a Protestant church. But the Presbyterians do sing with hymn books. You're supposed to dance for the Lord. You're supposed to jump up and down for the Lord. You're supposed to let yourself go and praise and worship the Lord. Reading hymn books is just lazy apparently, and it's not going to get you to heaven. Yeah, it's that serious. The hatred is too much. The judgment is too much. The killings, no one is talking about the killings that are happening by the Christian nations. Apparently, the conservatives are Christians. They're alienating, like they don't want people in the country. They want guns for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why a Christian needs a gun in their house to protect them. I don't understand. I don't know why they don't want foreigners there. But you should love your neighbors, you love yourself. I don't know why they have all these laws that don't seem Christian at all. I don't know why they're attacking the Muslims. Apparently, the Muslims like suicide bombing, so they will kill themselves as long as they kill people of other religions, something like that. But I think Christians are doing something worse. They will not die for Christianity. They won't. But they will kill you for suspecting you're the devil. And the devil can be anyone: a Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, a pagan, atheist, a Presbyterian, anyone. And there is no criteria to define that this person is actually the devil or a demon. Just a hunch or God telling them. And you don't know whether they are hallucinating from schizophrenia or anything, and they decide to call you a demon or that. I've done that before as a Christian. So this is worrying and it should change. Yeah, thanks.